You asked and they delivered. Movie that was announced even before Paddington 2 came out. Paddington in Peru. How the change of director, strikes, and other unexpected events influenced the movie. Is it worth watching? And of course, with no spoilers. Paddington gets a letter from the home for retired bears in Peru, and it's not great news. Aunt Lucy misses him terribly and has been acting a little off. Naturally, Paddington and the Browns drop everything and head to Peru to check on her. But when they arrive, they get an even bigger shock. The Reverend Mother informs them that Aunt Lucy has vanished into the jungle, leaving behind only her glasses and her bracelet. A full-on bear mystery. Paddington, ever the resourceful little adventurer, finds a map in her cabin that points them towards Roomy Rock, the first clue in their quest to find her. Mrs. Bird and the Reverend Mother stay behind with the letter, handing Mrs. Brown a pendant for luck, because, well, they're gonna need it. The Browns set off to find a boat and end up crossing paths with treasure hunter Hunter Cabot and his daughter Gina. Hunter clearly channeling some long-lost pirate energy and gives off really strange vibes, and the Reverend Mother as well. Hunter and Gina decide to help Paddington and Browns to find Aunt Lucy, and they go on a trip to amazingly enormous jungles sailing on the Amazon. After a long wait, our favorite marmalade-loving bear is back on the big screen with Paddington in Peru, the third film in Paddington's series, and, let's be real, one of the most wholesome franchises in the modern cinema. This time, the directorial reins are handed to Dougal Wilson, making his feature film debut, while the script comes from Mark Burton, John Foster, and James Lemmon. The cast? As delightful as ever. Hugh Bonneville, Julie Walters, Jim Broadbent, and Ben Whishaw, as the Paddington voice of course, all return joined by new faces like Emily Mortimer, Olivia Colman, Antonio Banderas, and Carla Toos. Because why not sprinkle in some extra star power? Development kicked off in February 2021, and by June 2022 we finally had the title, Paddington in Peru, which, let's be honest, immediately sparked excitement because Paddington in his homeland? Yes, please. Filming took place between July and October 2023, spanning the UK, Colombia, and Peru, ensuring some truly breathtaking locations for the Paddington's next adventure. Released in UK cinemas on November 8, 2024, the film was met with glowing reviews, because really, has Paddington ever let us down? Answer: no, never. The journey to Paddington in Peru began back in June 2016, when then Studio Canal CEO confirmed that a third Paddington film was on the horizon. By November 2017, producer David Heyman revealed that while a script wasn't in place yet, brainstorming sessions were already underway. Because, let's be real, you don't rush Paddington. Fast forward to 2018, and Heyman confirmed the film was likely happening, but with major change. Paul Kane, who directed the first two movies, wouldn't be returning as director, though he'd still play a key creative role. Finally, in February 2021, Paddington 3 was officially in development. Few collective sighs of relief from fans everywhere. But was everything a smooth sailing? Not quite. In February 2023, Ben Whishaw, the voice of Paddington, admitted he hadn't even read the script yet, sparking concerns about the delays. Filming kicked off in the UK on July 24, 2023, despite concerns over potential delays due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. Production also took place in Colombia and Peru, bringing Paddington's homeland to life in all its cinematic glory. However, Rachel Zegler had to step away due to the strike, and Carla Toos was cast in her role as Gina Cabot instead. By October 2023, filming wrapped, meaning we were one step closer to another heartwarming adventure. Of course, a Paddington movie wouldn't be complete without a few surprises. Queen Elizabeth II makes a touching appearance via a framed photograph with Paddington, a callback to the Platinum Jubilee short film. And Michael Bond, the beloved creator of Paddington, appears on a postage stamp in a letter Paddington receives. And in a delightful bonus, Hugh Grant reprises his role as Paddington 2, seen stealing Phoenix Buchanan in a post-credit scene, because even a convicted villain deserves a chance at redemption, in true Paddington spirit. And only in Paddington movie. Visual effects were handled by Framestore, and the film's score was composed by Dario Marianelli, who also worked in Paddington 2, so expect more whimsical, heartwarming music. On the marketing front, Paddington fever took over the UK and Ireland in October 2024, with Paddington statues popping up across cities to celebrate the film's release. And if you ever wished you could smell like Paddington, Joe Malone made the oddly specific dream come true with the limited edition Marmalade cologne in July 2024. Because why not? From the first minutes of the film, you can tell that the director has changed. It has different vibe, and I wouldn't say it's really bad or boring or something similar, but it's different. The idea itself is great. It sums up the journey of Paddington, says his decisions, and reveals his kind nature from the new angle. Nevertheless, I wouldn't say I enjoyed the first half of the movie. The second one was great, though, in style of Paddington and his moral compass. But the movie overall felt a bit off balance. Yes, the humor was there, but it didn't quite hit the right spot for me. How sad would it sound, but it feels like Antonio Banderas' time has passed. I was looking at him and thinking about Zorro and about the movies that he does now. Paddington is a real treasure in this list. By the way, I love The Mask of Zorro, and if you want me to make videos about those films, yes, it's more than one with Antonio Banderas, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. Still, it doesn't mean you shouldn't watch Paddington in Peru. It's still him. Even the change of cast doesn't spoil the narration flow. It's a good, kind movie. I will most definitely give it a second chance in the comfort of my own home, and believe that would make the viewing even more comfortable. If you loved the previous Paddington movies, you should definitely give this one a try. Watch only good movies, those which bring you a sense of home.
This is Euston, St Pancras, Waterloo, Piccadilly, Baker Street, High Barnet, Bromley by Bow, Leicester Square, Elephant and Castle, Clapham North, Clapham South, and Cutty Sark for Maritime Greenwich.
Oof. Yeah.